Hey, wait.
Keep them away.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for today's session. My name is Joy Otieno. It's an ex so it's an extremely cold morning in Kampala, Uganda. I hope you know wherever you are, you're keeping warm, you're keeping safe. So if you're joining us, thank you so much. Today's session is brought to you courtesy of the Stanbic Business Incubator. So if wherever you're joining us from, please, introduce yourself, tell us where you're joining us from, tell us your expectations for today, and then we'll go from there. I'm joined on the chat button by my colleague Evans Rabare, and Evans will be helping us with moderation and ensuring that your questions are answered and attended to. So please introduce yourselves. Let us know where you're joining us from. Tell us your name. Tell us the name of your business. Tell us your expectation for today's session. And then we can go from there. I can see Linda. Linda is joining us, Linda Kamasaka. So Linda, thank you so much. Linda has been very instrumental in organizing today's session. So would like to appreciate her. So guys, please introduce yourselves, use the chat button. If it's your first time, on a YouTube live, the chat button is, there's a place where they've written, you can like, you can share, you can save. The same place, there is a place for live chat. So just click on the same place and you'll see the live chat. So use the chat button to introduce yourself, tell us where you're joining us from, tell us what you're looking forward to in as far as today's session is concerned. So my name is Joy Otieno. I work with on a project called Google Digital Skills for Africa and Africa 118. So Google Digital Skills for Africa is bringing digital skills training for especially geared for Africa, so that you can be able to exploit and take charge of the digital economy. So the training today, we are bringing it to you in collaboration with the Stanbic Business Incubator, which I think majority of you are in different cohorts of training, with the incubator. So I can see more people joining in. Ahurire, Uganda Limited, Mbarara, we are live as a team of 8. Paul Muwesi is coming from Aculia Trading House Limited. Kasidi Ramadan, Grand Global Hotel Kampala. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So today I'm going to take you through how to create a digital marketing plan. The agenda, so I'm going to introduce you to what digital marketing is, we have seen in these special times with the COVID pandemic that it forced businesses to shut down. Customers could not come to your shop fronts. It was necessary that you have a digital footprint. If your business is not online, it means you are missing out, right? I always tell young businesses, or I always tell SMEs, small medium enterprises, that if it is working offline, it is now time to take it online, and you must embrace digital marketing. So I'm going to introduce basics of digital marketing, and then I'm going to show you how to build your digital marketing plan. For your digital marketing plan to have returns on investment, then you must have a digital marketing plan. So you will not just be posting for the sake of posting. What I see most of the time small businesses doing is that they go online and just start posting. So now I'm going to show you how to post with a plan, right? Guided with a plan. Uh, and then lastly, we are going to look at how to harness the power of digital advertising. So before we go further, I would like to understand from the businesses that are joining us today, how do you engage with your customers currently? How do you make sure, now that we have come from a lockdown, how are you making sure that your customers know that you are open and you're back in business? How do you engage with your customers currently? How do you engage with your customers currently? To tell us before we can even explore digital marketing. Use the chat button to tell us how do you currently engage with your customers. So I see more people joining us. Danny Basaka is joining from KRECS. Joan Bambazi is joining from Alpha General Enterprises Limited, Kampala. Sharon Bemigisha is saying, good morning, everyone. Sharon Bemigisha from Daktari Medics, highly expectant. Frank Mwanguzi says, a very blessed, great morning. I hope to learn more of my marketing plan. House of Talent, Andrew Sebagala of Uganda National Cultural Center. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So a realization of how you currently engage with your customers will give you a basis in terms of when we introduce digital marketing, right? So most of the time with small medium enterprises, they rely on three ways. Number one is word of mouth, number two is referral, and number three is door-to-door advertising, right? So I think most of you will recognize with the three, word of mouth, referral, and door-to-door advertising. Some usually use posters, and some are using digital marketing. So now I want to show you what digital marketing is all about. So when you talk about digital marketing, how many understand what we mean by digital marketing? So just use the chat button again to tell us, when you talk about digital marketing, what do you think we mean? What is digital marketing? What do you think we mean when we say digital marketing? So it is basically two words, marketing as we know it, and then combined with digital marketing. So it's marketing, but marketing that is digital, right? So what do you think we mean when we talk about digital marketing? So let's have some answers in the chat button. Please tell us what you think digital marketing is. What do you think we mean by the word digital marketing? So essentially, digital marketing is the promotion of products or brands using electronic devices or the internet. It is basically marketing, yes, using social media and marketing online. It is basically marketing, but this marketing now occurs via the internet or via electronic devices. So whether you send messages to your customers, whether you send WhatsApp messages, whether you are using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whether you're having a website, a blog post, all that we call digital marketing. So digital marketing is the promotion of products or brands using electronic devices or the internet. So digital marketing, the beauty about it is that it allows you as a company, and especially as a small medium enterprise, to analyze campaign, content, and strategy so that you understand what is working and what is not working. The challenge with traditional marketing was that it is hard to measure the impact and what we call the return on investment. Because let's say if you run your advertisement on TV, it is hard for you to know how many people have watched that advertisement. If you run your advertisement on radio, it is hard for you to measure how many people have listened to your advertisement. If you put it on newspaper, it is hard for you to measure how many people have even read the advertisement. So there was a challenge with measuring the return on investment with traditional marketing. And I'd like to start by asking a simple question. How many of you remember the last time that they bought a newspaper with their own money? Who remembers the last time that they bought a newspaper? Who remembers the last time? Okay, let me even take it further. Who remembers the last time they sat down with the newspaper to read? When is the last time that you read a newspaper? When is the last time that you even read the newspaper? And now most of us, when you watch TV nowadays, you are going to be watching TV, but at the same time scrolling your phone. So you'll only turn your eyes to the TV when something catches your attention, right? True or false? So imagine if you don't buy newspapers anymore yourself, but you want to go and advertise on a newspaper. Imagine if you don't watch TV that much, but you want to advertise on TV. So it means even your digital or even your marketing campaign, it therefore means that even your marketing campaign needs to respond to the changing world. We are living in a digital world, and the digital world has opened us to a lot of opportunities. A lot of people are spending a lot of their time on their mobile phones, especially. So if you are going to target your customers, then it's inevitable that you must embrace digital marketing. We are living in a mobile world. From statistics, it shows that there are over 400 million internet users in Africa, and this number is only second to China. So it means in terms of e-commerce, Africa is big. It is only second to China. China is number one, then Africa is number two. So it means if you are running your business in Africa and you have not yet taken it online, then you are missing out on an important segment. There are over 747 million SIM connections in sub-Saharan Africa. Over 747 million SIM. So there was a funny study the other day that was carried out, and the study said that in Africa, there are more phones than toothbrushes. Let that sink in. There are more mobile phones than toothbrushes in Africa. There are more phones in Africa than toothbrushes. You'll find somebody there in Mcharo, Amzei, has like two Kibiriti phones, has two Kibiriti phones but does not have a toothbrush. So it is that big. The mobile connectivity in Africa is that big. So if there are more phones in Africa and the number only dwarfs China, is only second to China, are there any opportunities that may arise for a business to connect with your customers online? And remember, the rule is if it works offline, it is time to take it online. That is the rule. If it works offline, it is now time to take it online. So let's have a discussion. What opportunities do you think might arise from connecting with customers online? So what opportunities might arise from connecting with customers online? What opportunities do you think might arise by connecting customers online? There's so many opportunities. And let me tell you, I always ask before even I before I even focus on the opportunities that might arise, I always ask this question. And I know most of you are small, medium enterprises, which are still growing. You're on the path of growth, right? And as a small, medium enterprise, most of the time you are alone or you have just a very small team. And if you are alone, it means you are everything. You're the marketing manager, you're the CEO, you're the finance personnel, you're the human resource. So sometimes the capital you have, so sometimes the capital you have is very small that you do not even have the luxury of having a marketing budget. Marketing also almost becomes by the way, because you're already constrained, your capital is small, you have a small team. So let me ask this question before we even understand the importance of taking your business online. What is the most important thing in a business between capital and customers? Because I know all of you are business owners, right? So let's have discussion. Use the chat button to tell me what is the most important thing between customer and capital. What is the most important thing to a business between capital and customers? So let's have a debate there. What is the most important thing between capital and customers? Okay, so as we are taking the debate on, I will tell you the answer. The most important thing between customer and capital in a business is customers. The definition of a good business is the one which is feasible, the one which is viable, the one which is sustainable and has longevity. Longevity in terms that there's growth. For your business to grow, you must be selling more. For you to sell more, you must have more customers, right? So customers are the most important thing to a business. You should always have that in mind. If you give customers what they want and what they need, you'll be in business forever and ever. There is no supermarket where they sell customers. Neither can you bribe customers to come to your business, right? So when you go online, you are going to get an increased reach. There are over 4 billion people online. And when you're getting increased reach, you're able to learn more about your customers through data and insights. We are going to do, that's the next session after this. I'm going to show you how to use data and insights. So when you use data and insights, you're going to be making data-driven, evidence-based decisions to learn more about your customers. Because for example, maybe your customers, with your customers, you are thinking that they need, maybe you're sending hand sanitizers. Maybe you're thinking they need sanitizers, but in essence, they need the whole package. They need sanitizers, they need masks, they need thermometer. So you're able to learn more about their customers. And I saw somebody, I think that was who? There's somebody who said you are able to get instant feedback. Let me just get that. Timely feedback. Mr. Mugisha says, online, you're able to get timely and instant feedback from customers. That is true. And this one affects your customer service rating. The way you promptly respond to their queries, to their questions, the way you're able to respond to their questions, to their comments, it improves brand loyalty and levels of customer service. So when you're going online and you want to do digital marketing, you must choose the vehicle that is going to carry you there. So you must choose the vehicle that is going to carry you there. With digital marketing, there are 6 vehicles that you can use. So you can pick on the one that is best suits you. So you can look at them. You can look at the options on the screen. So there are 3. So I would like you to be very keen also here. So with digital marketing, you can either choose to do search engine optimization, you can choose to do search engine marketing, you can choose to do social media marketing, you can choose display marketing, email marketing, or content marketing. Search engine optimization is when you have a website or a blog post, right? And you want more people to, you want to get more site visitors, more people coming to your website. Probably if you are having a shop, an online shop. Maybe if you're having an online shop and you're selling there and you want more customers to visit your website, so you want to consider search engine optimization. And then there is search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is where you pay for example, Google Ads, right? So you want to target customers at the point. So you want to target customers at the point when they are searching for products or services that are related to you. This one is most especially when your goal of going online is to increase sales. And I think that is the goal for all small, medium enterprises or any business that is going online. You want to increase sales, right? So if you want to increase sales, then you want to consider positioning your business on the search engine marketing or buying Google Ads. Then there is social media marketing. I think social media marketing is more popular, is most popular with a lot of businesses because of the ease of using it, right? So social media marketing usually works best if you want to increase brand awareness and brand recognition. And then we have display marketing. Display marketing is online advertising and it takes on different formats. You can find, you go to a certain page, you want to read a certain content, but before you read it, you find something is blinking on the screen, right? Or you see a video playing, or you see an image pulling your attention. So that's what you call display marketing. Email marketing is another one. Email marketing works well with when you're collecting and using email addresses to communicate with users. And then finally, we have content marketing. So content marketing, let me give you an example. Nowadays, a lot of musicians, when they are releasing a music video, they will release the music video accompanied by a unique dancing style, and then they will ask their fans to record themselves a short video dancing to the music, and then send it to them, and then they will post it on their pages. So for you, you'll feel happy that your favorite musician has posted you on their page. But essentially, what they are doing is content marketing, increasing awareness about the music video that they have just released. So when you're doing content marketing, you're trying to increase brand awareness. You're running competition for people to know that you exist. So I want to pause here and take some questions. Let me pause here and take some questions. I see more people. Mapazi says the most important thing is customers. Very true. Tunguja Kasidi says the most important thing is customers. Frank Mwanguzi says the most important thing is customers. I see Godfrey says cash flow. So, guys, the most important thing you must put in your mind as a business person is customers. You'd rather have the demand. You'd rather have the demand for your goods or your services, for your product or service in the market. So you'd rather demand dwarfs the supply rather than your supply dwarfs the demand. You have a lot of stock, but there is no market for it. But you have little stock, but there is a high demand. You can always fulfill the demand. But when the supply is too much, then it becomes hard for you to fulfill the demand when the demand is low. So if you don't have any questions, then let's move on. So now this is the most important. This is the most important part: how to build your digital marketing plan. It is important that when you are going online, and remember, when you're going online, we have said that you take it online if it is working offline. Take it online. If it is working offline, take it online now. That is the rule, right? So it is very important that you understand how to build your digital marketing plan, right? So guys, are there any questions to this point? Let me take 1 minute to see if there are any questions. Are there any questions? Okay, so if there are not any questions, then we will proceed. I can see more people joining in. Abraham here. Okay, so let's look at how to build a digital marketing plan. When you proceed with a digital marketing plan or a digital marketing strategy, it becomes very easy for you and your business, because most of the time you'll hear people saying that this digital marketing is not working, it's not effective. It is because you're working without a plan, right? It is because you're working without a plan. You need to have a calendar of posting. You know which content goes up on Monday, which goes up on Tuesday, and it must be driven by data and evidence. And that's why data and insights come in handy. So in the second session that starts at 10:15, we are going to be looking at the use of data and insights. So let's look at how you can build your digital marketing plan. So building a digital marketing plan falls into 6 steps, right? So step number 1 is identifying your business goals and objectives. You must have your end goal in mind. As you're doing digital marketing, what are you trying to achieve? So probably because of the lockdown in Uganda, we had a lockdown of 3 months. So probably because you have been in lockdown for the last 3 months, probably your goal is just to make sure that your customers know that you are open and probably that is your goal. So probably we have just come from a lockdown and you just really want to make sure that your customers, your loyal customers know that you're back in business, that you have opened up. So before you go online, before you post, before you write anything, you must have a goal and an objective. There's a difference between goals and objectives. A goal is your end game. So let's say you want to start a journey, you want to go to Mbarara, right? And you're in Kampala. You must identify your destination. So you've already identified your destination is Mbarara. So Mbarara is your goal. The goal is the destination, the final result that you want to see. The objectives, on the other hand, are the steps and the activities that you need to undertake in order to get yourself to the goal, in order for you to achieve the goal. So those are your goals and objectives, right? So you must have your end game in mind. And then number 2, you want to identify the budget and resources that you have. Number 3, you want to identify the audience. Number 4, you want to decide which channels you are going to use. Number 5, you now want to plan your activities. And then finally is to measure. So let me take you through. If you have a phone and you can take a screenshot of this, it's very important because these are the 6 steps of creating your digital marketing plan. It makes it very easy when you have a plan to effect your digital marketing campaign. So let's look at each one of them one by one. So number 1, as we have said, you must identify your business goals and objectives. For purposes of learning, I'm going to use an example of Karunji, who has a saloon business, right? So Karunji had to close her business during the lockdown. And she's just now coming back. She has gotten a little capital here and there. She's trying to get her footing back. So Karunji is opening up her saloon business, but she has heard of the good news of digital marketing that can help her reach more people at just a touch of a button or a click of a button. So Karunji is opening up her saloon business after a 3-month lockdown where she did not operate, and she wants to make sure that more customers are coming to her physical location, but also she wants to make sure that other people, new customers, know that her business has opened up and it is back in business. So you can do the same for your business. Now that you are here and you want to embrace digital marketing, what exactly is it that you want to do? Or what exactly is it that you want to achieve? Yeah. So when you're going online, is it that you want to increase sales? Right? Is it that you want to increase traffic to your website? Is it that you want to get more people to follow your pages? Is it that you want to get more likes and comments on your posts? You know, is it that you want to increase your online reach and awareness? What is it that you want to achieve as you're going online? So that is step number 1. So you have to identify the objective and the goal. Because remember, the goal is the end game in mind. So you want to sell more products. But how will you measure that you're selling more products? You have to put up your objective. Then step number 2, you have to identify your budget and resources. So when you talk about budget and resources, we are essentially talking about the assets that you have and you own, right? So the assets does not, so most of the time when you talk about budget and resources, people will quickly think about money, but it does not have to be around money. It's just necessarily the assets. What do you have in hand that can help you with your digital marketing campaign? Is it that you're a graphic designer and you can create your, is it that you're a graphic designer and you can create your own content, right? Is it that you recently learned how to create a website from a website builder like Wix.com? And remember, guys, for you to build a website, you do not require coding skills. You do not require to hire a website developer. You can create it by yourself from the site called Wix.com. So if you can visit the site called Wix.com, then you'll be able to build your website. So you want to look at what is it that you have in hand that can help you, right? So is it that you have friends who are influencers who can help you? Probably majority of your friends are online influencers. You have those ones, right? So look at what is it that you can start with. So let's look, for example, like Murunji says, she doesn't have a website, right? But also she doesn't have the money to invest in it. But Murunji says that she has friends who are influencers that can help her in creating that buzz around her business. Then number 3, and the most important thing, is identifying your target audience. If you get it wrong at identifying your target audience, then it means your whole campaign will be in futility. You will not be able to achieve the goal that you have set out to achieve, right? It will become very hard. So in choosing your audience, number 1, you want to look at what is happening in your physical business, in your offline activities. Who are the majority of your customers? Who are the people who demand a lot of your service or your product, right? So then you need to build what we call a customer persona. A customer persona is important because remember, online, we say that online there are over 4 billion people online. So you cannot say that you want to go online and speak to anybody and anyone. You must be very targeted around the person that you want to speak to. So it is very important that you build what we call a customer persona. A customer persona is identifying the gender of your customers, identifying their age, identifying their economic activity, identifying their marital status, identifying their education background. Once you identify all these and build your customer persona, it becomes very easy for you to go online and target. So you'll not be speaking to everyone. You'll be speaking to customers whom you are very sure will easily convert into buying or into booking or into reserving services with you. Because remember, when you go online, you want what we call return on investment. So you want to be very keen in your choice of audience, right? You want to be very, very keen on your choice of audience. The people you are speaking to, you need to highly target. What we call targeted marketing, speaking to targeted audience and targeted customers. Then number 4, your choice of audience and your choice of your goal will determine which marketing channel you're going to use. Remember the 6 marketing channels that we chose. Each one of them, they help you to achieve a different goal, right? Each marketing channel will help you achieve a different goal, and each marketing channel has a different demography of customers. Let's say, for example, if you're on Facebook, you can be on Facebook with your grandparents, with your aunties, with your uncles, with your nieces, with your nephews. Everybody's on Facebook. If you go on Instagram, you find that the demography of people on Instagram starts changing, right? You find they are younger. Maybe you'll now just be with your nieces and nephews. If you go on a platform like TikTok, now they are way, way younger. If you go on Twitter and LinkedIn, you find there are people who are very corporate, intellectual discussions. So the people that are on different platforms are differ. So your choice of audience and your choice of your goal will determine your marketing channel. So I saw somebody asking a question on shedding more light on email marketing. So I'll just be shedding more light on email marketing in a bit. So don't worry, guys. I'll be delving deeper into what email marketing is all about. Okay. So let's say, for example, if your objective is to increase online reach and awareness, you just want to make sure that more people know about your business, right? The best channels for you to use is display marketing, social media marketing, and content marketing, because they help you to create that buzz. Display marketing is when you place your advertisement, whether it's an image or a video, on different websites that have very high traffic in your locality. So if you identify some websites that have high traffic, then you're going to place your advertisements in those sites. And then there is social media marketing. Social media market, as I had said, if we are to have like if Facebook was supposed to be a physical market in the physical world, we will equate it to Chikugo, we will equate it to Chibuye, we will equate it to Owino market. That's the equivalent. And then if you want to increase your website sales, or if you want to increase your online sales, then the best marketing channels to use are search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and email marketing. From statistics or from the study, it shows that most people, when they want to buy something but they are in doubt, they always go on Google, and then they Google for additional information just to do final comparison before they settle on where they are going to buy. So you want to position your business on the search engine so that you are taking advantage of search engine marketing. For example, you can buy Google ads so that when people are searching for your product and services, they are able to find you, because at that point they've already made up their mind that they want to buy, but they just want to do a comparison. So if you want to increase customer loyalty, again, social media works very well, email marketing works very well, and also content marketing. Let me give you an example of what I was talking about, display marketing and retargeting. For example, if you go on Jumia and you click on a phone, then you close Jumia without ordering for that phone and then go to another site, like let's say go to your Facebook account, you always find that the items that you went into Jumia and clicked on, they have followed you. Wherever you go on the internet, they are following you. Have you noticed that? So what Jumia uses is what we call display marketing to retarget customers so that you make them return to your website or to your page. So that's what we call display marketing. And you can do it for your business also. Then step number 5. Sorry, guys. It has skipped ahead. So step number 5 is now planning your activity. So in planning your activities, now you want to execute, to put it all together. You have identified your goal and objective. Number 1, when you're doing online marketing, you must identify the objective. What are you trying to achieve? Once you've identified what you want to achieve, then you want to look at the resources you have. Is it that you have friends that are influencers? Is it that you're a graphic designer and can create content, marketing content on your own? Is it that you can create a website from wix.com by yourself? After you identify the resources, then you want to identify the audience. Whom do you want to talk to while you're going online? And the best way is to observe what is happening in your physical location. Who are the majority of people that come in? What is their age? What is their gender? What is their economic activity? What is their marital status? What is their education background? Once you have identified that, then you want to choose the channel. The right channel where your target audience are, and the right channel that will help you achieve your goal. So then you put the activities together and then you execute. In executing, I know most of the time for businesses, when you are doing digital marketing for the first time, it may look overwhelming and you don't know where to start from. The best place to start from is by listing your business on the Google My Business app. And when you list your business on Google My Business, you get a free website. So by virtue of partnering with the Stand Big Business Incubator to bring this training to you, every one of you gets a Google My Business account so that you can get a free website, you can get a free search listing, and you can get a free Google Map listing. So after this, we are going to share our contacts. Linda and the team will share with you so that whoever is interested and wants to get a Google My Business listing will get in touch with us, and then we will list you so that you get your free website, you get your free search listing, and you get your free Google Map listing. If you are confused and you don't know where to start, the best place for you to start from is have a Google My Business listing and have a Facebook page. That is the simplest way that you can start, right? Facebook does not have a lot of, it does not have a steep learning curve. It's very easy for you to understand it. Google My Business listing allows you to position yourself on the Google map, on the Google search, so that every time people search for you or search for your product or service, you're able to be found. Step number 6, and the most important one that most people don't surely do, is measuring the impact of your efforts. It does not matter whether you have not invested even a single shilling into it, but the fact that you have just invested your sweat and your effort, there must be return on investment. So you must be able to measure. And in measuring, we use what we call the SMART rule. The SMART rule: S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for realistic, and T stands for time bound. So when you're measuring the effect of your digital marketing plan, then you must have a SMART objective. So let's say, for example, your objective is that you want to increase followers to your Facebook page, or you want to increase website visitors, right? So if you want to increase followers on your Facebook page, how will you know? How will you measure that the followership has increased? So you must put metrics into your objective and make it a SMART objective. So for example, if you want to increase the followers on your Facebook page, then you're going to say, you're going to measure when you see that your followers has increased by 300 within the next 1 month. So you must have a SMART objective. A SMART objective helps you to measure the results of your campaign. And that is what we call a digital marketing plan put together. You identify your business goals. So, if you can take a screenshot at this point, it's important that, you preserve this. And remember, a digital marketing plan is a living, breathing document, right? It's a living, breathing document. It should be dynamic. It should be able to change from time to time according to what your goal is or your objective is. So it is it's in those 6 steps. You identify your goal, you identify the resources you have, you identify the audience, you identify the channel, you put it all together, and then finally you need to measure. I'm going to pause again here for questions. Are there any questions to this point? So Bemigisha Sharon asks, please throw more light on how exactly email marketing works. Sharon, I'm going to explain it in a minute. So just stay tuned, and I'm going to be focusing on it in a bit. Okay, so let's look at the last part of this first part of our training. So this is the first session. Remember, guys, we're having another session starting at 10:15. So harness the power of digital advertising. How then can you harness the power of digital advertising? So let me focus, number 1. Let me go a bit in detail about what you've been talking about as search engine marketing. How do you get started with search engine marketing? So let's understand some basics of search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is in 2 ways. Number 1, there is search engine marketing where you pay for it, like for example Google Ads. And then there is the other one where it is free, which you call organic listing, search listing. So there are a few principles that you must master for you to really take advantage of search engine marketing. Number 1 is that you need to understand search queries. And search queries will give you an insight into what we call keywords. Remember, search engines like Google are in the business of matchmaking. When you search for something, they want to give you results that are very relevant and almost an exact match to what you have searched. So they do the work of matchmaking. Once you think of it from that aspect as a business owner, it becomes easy for you to take charge of search engine marketing. You must understand keywords. And these keywords are the ways in which businesses discover you online, the words that they use to reach you. So once you discover the words that they are using, then you are able to use the same words and incorporate them in the description and the structure of your website or your blog. So that every time they use the same words, because you have also used the same words in the structure of your website or your Facebook page or your social media, you are able to appear every time they search. So it's very important that you understand keywords. So when somebody puts keywords up here, so whatever people put here when they're searching, the search query is what we call keywords. Now, on the top here, I don't know if you can see. On the top here, whatever appears is what we call paid advertisements, or what we call Google ads, right? You must have paid for you to appear as #1 every time somebody searches. So it's not magic that when you just put in words and then they just appear from #1, #3. The way they have been ranked, there is a principle behind them. So if you want to appear as #1, then take charge of Google ads. And then down here, we have organic search listings. So these are people who have done search engine optimization. They have optimized their sites by incorporating keywords, by getting backlinks from other popular websites to their sites so that they can appear more prominently. So that is what we call search engine marketing. So a process for search engine marketing, #1, you need to understand your customers. That is always the rule #1. Understand your customers, find relevant keywords, create the ad copy, and then execute. The difference between search engine marketing and search engine optimization. Search engine marketing is where you pay. For example, when you buy Google ads, right? You pay for the listing, you bid on keywords, and then you can get onto the first page straight away. Every time somebody searches for best hotel in Kampala or best media house in Kampala or best graphic designer, then you are able to appear on the first page when you pay for it. With search engine optimization, it is free because you are optimizing yourself by incorporating keywords, by getting backlinks. But the only issue with it is that it takes time for you to build up your ranking so that you can appear on the first page. So for you to get started with search engine optimization, #1, you need to submit your site to Google Search Console. When you submit to Google Search Console, Google will be able to monitor your site for you, and then will be sending alerts to your email if there are any critical issues that are limiting your page from working optimally. So the most important rules that you need to remember with search engine optimization is #1, keyword research. And there are so many places where you can discover keywords, like there is the keyword planner that you can use. So if you want to discover keywords that people are using in your industry, you can go and use the keyword planner. And then publish useful content. The best way you can appear is make sure your content is fresh and very enticing, right? And then make your web pages search friendly. So let's look at display advertisement. What are display ads? So as I had said initially, you may have opened a different website. You want to read a different kind of content, but then you meet something just flickering on your screen and really grabbing your attention. That's what you call display advertisement, right? So display advertisement is you choose to place your advertisements online on websites that have a lot of traffic, especially in your local area, right? So that's what we call display advertisement. So display advertisement is different from search advertising. Search advertising is focused around targeting potential customers when they are searching for information on search engines like Google. With display advertising, you are going to be targeting customers when they are browsing different web pages on the internet, right? Search advertising works well when your goal is you want to generate more sales. You want to put yourself on the search engine. With if your goal is you want to increase brand awareness or traffic, then display advertising works the best. And as the process always is, number one, you need to understand your customers, and then you need to find placement ideas. So we used to call it media buying. So you can go and read more about programmatic media buying. So programmatic media buying allows you to see sites that are very popular in your area, and then you can position your brand or you can position your advertisement on those sites so that you can reach your target customers. So finally, let's look at social media advertising. I think most of us are conversant with social media in terms of catching up with friends. But social media advertising, there is paid social media advertisement, and then there is free social media advertising. It is very important that you consider social media advertising. It is very important that you consider social media advertising because, for example, you always find many businesses. Ask yourself why many businesses are based in Chikubo, why many businesses are based in Owino Market, why those places are crowded. Owino Market, Chibuye, Chikubo, why are they crowded? Because people are clamoring for that kind of audience. So if you're looking for an equivalent crowd online, then social media provides you with that kind of platform. So there are differences between organic and paid social media. If you want to reach people beyond those on your friend list or on your follow list, then you want to consider boosting your posts on social media, right? So with paid social media, you pay for to get more followers, you pay to get more likes and comments and more visibility to your page. With organic social media, is free, but the only problem is that it is limited to the people who follow you or people who are your friends. So a process for social media advertising. Number one, you must always choose your audience right. It is very important that you understand your customer. Always build a customer persona around the age of your customers, around their gender, around their economic activity, their marital status, their education background, whatever else that will help you in better segmenting. So I'd like to answer the question that Bemigisha asked. Email marketing. Email marketing works best if you have the consent of people that you are trying to target, right? So if you do not have, if you go somewhere and just pick people's emails and you're trying to send emails to them, then you're not going to achieve your objective. So with email marketing, it works best if you have the consent of the people. So for example, if you're having a website, you can have a way that people can leave their email addresses, and you can give them an option of subscribing or unsubscribing from your mailing list. When you email marketing, you need to choose a platform. There are free platforms like MailChimp that help you in segmenting the emails according to what those customers want to hear from you, right? So you are able to segment. So free platforms like MailChimp, but there are those that are more advanced and have more functionalities. So email marketing works best if you have Email marketing works best if you have the consent of the people that you're trying to talk to, right? So email marketing, you can use MailChimp to set up your email marketing campaign, but make sure that you have the consent. If you have the consent of the people, then it becomes easy. Arkwright James asks, can you please throw more light on programmatic media buying? So initially, you had to go through media buyers. So the media buyers will go and scroll through the internet and try and find popular websites where you can find where you can put your advertisement. So display marketing is like your billboard online. So for example, if you want to put your billboard, you'll put it maybe along Ginger Road or along Kampala Road because it has a lot of traffic. So also the same thing online with programmatic media buying, it allows you to go in and find websites that are popular and have high traffic in your locality. Then you can place your advertisement there. So that's what we call programmatic media buying. So as I always say, this has just been a 1 hour session. We may not effect a skills change, but we may effect a mindset change. So for you to learn more, please go to our site learndigital.withgoogle.com, and you're going to get further insights that you're going to be able to build your skill around building your digital marketing. You're going to build your skill around being able to effectively run a digital marketing campaign. And then finally, guys, please make sure to follow us on Facebook, make sure to follow us on Twitter, make sure to follow us on Instagram. We always share a lot of information that will be very beneficial to you. So I'm going to stop here, but we are having the second session at 10:15. So guys, make sure, I think Linda has already shared with you the second link. So make sure at 10:15 sharp, we are back. So use the other link, not the same link. Make sure you don't join on this very link. There is the second link that was shared with you. Join the link at 10:15 sharp. We are going to be starting, and we are going to be covering an important topic, and the topic is using data and insights to help your business grow. Because it's important that as a business, as you're going online, you are making what we call data-driven and evidence-based decisions. So guys, see you at 10:15. Right? At this point, I'll beg to stop here, but see you at 10:15 on the other link. Thank you. See you at 10:15.